Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. I hope everyone has had a great weekend. I know I did. I got some much needed rest. Saturday, I didn't do much of anything. I napped, did some, chores around the house, all that kind of stuff, but just really took it easy this weekend to kind of recharge the batteries a little bit. I haven't had a day off in a while, so it's definitely catching up to me. I think at some point, maybe towards the end of summer, I might take a nice vacation, and maybe I'll maybe share some videos or pictures from that. But yeah, I'm summertime is probably my favorite time of year, spring and summer. I absolutely love the weather. It's warm here on the East Coast where I'm at. And I just love it. I love the smell of charcoal, people firing up the grills, you hear people playing outside, people on the basketball court, all that kind of stuff. Man, that's me all day. I can't stand the winter, and I can't wait to hopefully be in a financial space where I'll never have to see another winter ever again. So yeah, man, I'm loving the vibe. I'm in a great mood. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here to kind of give you some content to kind of start off the week. This week is going to be a big week for crypto, in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff happening this week, and I wanted to kind of give you some things that you want to watch out for, to be mindful of before we start this week. But before we do, let me back up. So for this video, we're going to be talking about, obviously, XRP futures are going to be launched on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And then also too, as well, we have talks of a possible stablecoin bill or part of the Genius Act that's going to be passed hopefully this Monday if things go smoothly. I think this is another big giant footstep for crypto. So we're going to dive into that. But before we do, let's just take a look at the overall crypto market. We're currently looking very strong right now. We're currently up over 1.5% right now, sitting at a $3.31 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is a little bit above 105. I think it hit up to 106,000 dollars this either today or even yesterday. Ethereum is having a nice little run up close to $2,500. XRP, let me just actually refresh this because I know it's been a little minute since okay, so yeah, still about the same price. XRP is actually kind of bouncing back a little bit. It was around $2.30. Now it's up to $2.40. I want to say it was around $2.50 or so, but everything is looking very strong right now, and I'm super excited. I think a lot of that is off the heels of a lot of things that are going to be coming down the pipeline this week. Before we get into the content, make sure you give me a follow over on X if you want to stay updated what's going on in the crypto market. If you want to stay updated what's happening with the casual crypto investor, make sure to give me a follow on X. All right. So let's get into the first bit of news, right? So this is going to be absolutely huge for XRP. I'm super excited to see what impact, if any, does this have on the price. So as you can see right here, XRP futures launch on the CME. Can it fuel XRP crypto price breakout? Okay, so the Chicago Mercantile Exchange will launch XRP future contracts on Monday, marking a significant milestone for Ripple's native token and a potential bullish catalyst for the downtrodden XRP crypto price on Monday's open. This move introduces XRP into the realm of regulated crypto derivatives, providing institutional investors with new avenues for exposure and hedging strategies. The upcoming future contracts will be cash settled based on the CME CFXRP dollar reference rate. Okay, so you can see here, it's going to be listed on the CME. And yeah, I'm super excited for this. This is going to be interesting because obviously we need big money to come into crypto. That's just the way it is. We need the whales to come in. We need whale money in order to see a $10 XRP or a $5 XRP and eventually, God willing, $100 XRP, right? So we need big money, and some of these big money investors necessarily don't want to actually hold the asset. They rather buy the future contracts. All right. So that's going to be huge. Moving on here, it says 2 contract size will be available: a standard contract representing 50,000 XRP and a micro contract representing 2,500 XRP. Trading will commence on CME's electronic trading platform, CME Globex, and will be available for clearing via CME Clearport. Okay. So that's basically it. So again, guys, 50,000. Think about that, guys. 50,000. Insane. Money could potentially be pouring into XRP, guys. Okay. Money is coming. Okay. Moving on, it says this development follows CME's recent expansion into altcoin futures, including Solana, and reflects the growing institutional interest in diverse crypto assets. Launching XRP futures is anticipated to enhance liquidity and price discovery for XRP. All right. Wrapping up here, it says, meanwhile, XRP has been busy outside the courtroom, quietly rolling out its second major pilot of the year. This time, the XRP ledger is being used to transform Colombia's architectural economy. This news actually came out, if I'm not mistaken, either today or yesterday. Hold on, let me see. I tweeted about that. That came out 10 hours ago. Yep. So this came out today. And basically, so now the XRP ledger is basically being used to transform Colombia's agricultural economy. They're doing this through collaboration with Mercy Corps and traceability platform. WEIA Ripple is delivering blockchain-based transparency to rural farmers and opening microfinance pipelines for underserved communities. So looking for creative ways to increase or strengthen the financial economy in underserved communities, which is absolutely huge. I think this is just one of the many ways that XRP or Ripple's technology is going to be used to not necessarily always help the 1%, right? The large financial institutions, but also from a lower scale too, as well, or a lower level. All right. Moving on here, it says that in whale wallets haven't missed out on a lot of the activity that's been happening with XRP. Over 350 million in XRP has moved recently, much of it between Ripple and the key CEX players like Crypto.com. While the motives remain unconfirmed, past OTC activity suggests institutional interest is quietly circling, excuse me. Wrapping up here, it says with Polymarket still placing 83% odds on an XRP spot ETF approval by December, the stakes are climbing. Ripple's legal team knows it. The market knows it. XRP is now straddling a razor thin line between breakout and breakdown. And I couldn't agree with that more. I couldn't have put that in better terms. Guys, if we get this, we're already getting the CME. That's already happening. But if we get the spot ETF too on top of that, man, I guarantee you guys, I mean, again, this is not financial advice. This is my opinion. Okay. This is my opinion. I'm just a guy on YouTube making content for you guys, but I don't see a $2.40 XRP if we get a spot ETF. And I'm just itching to see what the price, where the price goes tomorrow, because I feel like that's just going to be an example of where we can go from a price standpoint. So guys, definitely stay tuned for that. Definitely, I know I'm going to be watching my phone tomorrow morning, and I'm going to be super excited. I'm going to be checking for updates on my phone constantly all morning while I'm at work. So yeah, that's huge news, and I hope you are excited about that. Next up, we have this too as well. Loomis believes that senators have reached a deal on stablecoin bill, which is another huge catalyst. As we know, Ripple just doesn't have XRP, but it also has RLUSD, which is a stablecoin. And there's a lot of things in that stablecoin bill, things like anti-money laundering, things like there's various things to push the crypto market forward and to give more confidence, rules and regulations when it comes to crypto in that bill. So again, it's not perfect. It's not, I'm sure, there's going to be adjustments that will need to be made, throughout the course of time. But at least it's starting the discussions, giving us the framework that we've been so eagerly needing. Okay. So moving on here, it has been all week. It has been an all week marathon rather and a sprint at the same time. But Loomis is saying that basically, I believe we've got a final language. Loomis told the Hill, so members will have a chance to look at it over the weekend. And I expect procedural votes to begin on Monday. All right. When asked if both sides were on board with the new language, Loomis said, I certainly hope so. I don't want to be embarrassed next week like I was last week. Okay. And so some of the reasons why it didn't pass last week, it says that Democrats said they still had concerns about provisions in anti-money laundering, national security, and a handful of other issues and could not support the current version of the bill, which necessarily, I know a lot of people say, oh, the Democrats not doing this, Democrats not doing that. That's fine. That's fine. If they need to tighten some things up to protect us, us consumers, I'm all for that. Okay. Putting politics aside, I don't care if you're Democrat. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care about that stuff. All I care about is having, fair rules of the road that everyone can abide by. Okay. And as well as having rules of the road that protects obviously us consumers. Okay. So if they need to do that, that's fine. But I'm praying that the stable bill passes hopefully tomorrow. Wrapping up here, it says some of the measures early supporters, however, voiced optimism Wednesday that a deal could be reached soon, which is positive. Mark Warner, who's from the state of Virginia, said he's hoping for a deal. Nothing that there's literally just a couple of language issues to iron out. So that kind of makes me feel a little confident, a little optimistic that this bill can get passed Monday. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you optimistic for next week? Let me know too as well. And if you enjoyed this content, please, I'm an infant YouTuber on this on my journey to 500 followers. So if you like the content that I've been making, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated whenever I drop a new video. And I appreciate every single one of you. I will most likely be back with another video, giving some updates. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on X so you can stay updated. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.